back to my channel. Today I am doing a bullet journal flip through. This is through the year of 2020 through 2021, and this book is the Amazon Essentials Gridded Notebook that comes in the size of A5. It has a really nice bookmark. I really recommend this journal because I can't seem to find any gridded bullet journal. But the only downside to this is that it tears very easily, as you can see on the spine. So yeah, this is just the general overview of the journal. Okay, so this is the first page of my journal. I have my name in the front just in case I ever lose it, as well as some stickers on the side just to add a little bit more decoration. You would also probably see that I have a key on the left side, and I just organize all of these by different events, birthdays, and all the important things. And by now I've already memorized all the different colors and the meanings behind them, but I just think it's a great reminder. So this is my first page, and as you can see, this is very similar to what my setup for my bullet journal of this school year will be. I have a pen test on the left side, and I also have a yearly overview on the right. My theme tracker. Now I have the full theme tracker over here, but if you want to see some of the plan with me's I have, they will be in my playlist. Next, we also have the events. I haven't filled this out yet, but if I don't end up filling it out, I don't think that would be too much of a problem. Next, we have the movies watched, but as you can see, I still have a very big chunk that I didn't fill out, and that is because I don't watch movies that often. You'll see in the next bullet journal I had, I switched over to books read instead. Now here's my things to check out list. It's very simple, and this setup I had was actually very easy to do. It didn't take me a lot of time, and we move on to my cover page of July. Now July was actually very different for me because before this I never had cover pages. But soon after, I started doing cover pages for all my bullet journal months, and honestly I absolutely love it. I also incorporated a lot of the pink colors and adding some stickers, and it's just one of my favorites. So after all of the months, I usually try to add a monthly overview, just remember all of the fun things that happened. For the next month, I decided to do a more of a haiku theme, but unfortunately I'm actually really sad because this cover page is just so plain, but I promise you as we go on, they definitely are a lot more decorative. Moving on to the month of September, I decided to do a really cute arcade theme, and I absolutely loved how it turned out. Before this, I didn't do a lot of decorative spreads a lot, so doing a lot of these for September and the ones in August definitely opened my mindset into having different colors and adding a lot more details into my bullet journal. For the month of October, I decided to do a Big Hero 6 theme, and this was honestly so fun. I always wanted to do a little superhero theme for the month of October. Originally, I was going to do Young Justice, but after careful thinking, I thought, why not Big Hero 6? And I really liked how it turned out. Now for me, I'm not really good at drawing characters, so instead of drawing actual people in the journal, I decided to go with the items they had for their heat powers or anything that would resemble them. Now moving on to November. November is actually one of my favorite months because it contains one of my favorite holidays, which is Thanksgiving. Partially due to the mashed potatoes that are always associated with Thanksgiving. I know Christmas has them, but Thanksgiving usually associates with mashed potatoes, and if you guys all know me, I love potatoes. You can see I actually did a monthly theme on potatoes, so I decided to go for a lot more of a decorative decor look for the Thanksgiving tables, which I absolutely loved. It's so much fun to just draw food, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, moving on to December. I was actually inspired by a holiday card that I saw in one of the holiday sections, and I just thought this was actually a really cute house design, and I decided to replicate it. Now we're on to January, which is my birth month. I decided to center it around myself by doing a more astrology and Capricorn theme. On to February, I decided to do something a little bit more fancy and gourmet, and I decided to center it off some gourmet desserts, especially since during that time I really like looking at cooking shows, and I decided to take a little bit of inspiration from what I watched on TV and bring it into my bullet journal. Another thing I decided to add in the month of February was a February playlist, and I actually really enjoyed how it turned out. I decided to do a little bit of a cake-inspired doodle and add it into my bullet journal, as well as a little quote page. And then moving on to the month of March, I decided to do a little bit of a turn and go for a more bluer aesthetic, and I decided to do a swamp one. Honestly, this cover page was inspired by the Shrek swamp, and then all the other spreads were inspired by other swamps I've seen in either movies or games. In addition, I also added a little bit of a journaling section. So for this month of April, I was actually inspired by a webtoon that I read a year before, and I just thought it had the prettiest scenery, and I decided to add it into my bullet journal as well. As you can see, I was also not feeling the best, and therefore I didn't use my bullet journal too often, but there were some unfinished spreads, and I think that's an important part to note is it's your bullet journal and you can use whatever you want with it. Now for the month of May, I decided to go for an album that I really enjoyed listening to. It's from Beach Bunny and it's called Sports. I also absolutely love her other music as well. May is also the month where I had to do a lot of AP tests, so all of my spreads are a little bit more simple. And then finally to the month of June, I decided to go for a Peter Pan inspired month, and the combination of yellow and blue is my favorite. I thought it was really fun to do, and just the imagery of Jolly Roger flying off through the ocean was very fun. And those are the final pages of my bullet journal. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to subscribe and leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!